name is Gina Matthews. I'm a computer scientist and a salsa dancer and a photographer and someone who generally tries to reinvent themselves fairly regularly. I haven't been writing a lot lately, but reading helps me remember that I would like to get back to writing more. And I brought a collection of poetry that I'm really pretty happy with. I haven't been adding to it a lot lately. It's called Playing Hard to Get and Other Sins. Let's see. The first piece that I'm going to read is called More or Less. And I just took my daughter cross country to start grad school. So this is a little bit of a poem for her, to tell you the truth. I will read it in her honor. More or less. I spent a chunk of my life trying to get people to love me for being more. Sparkling, talented, dynamic. I learned the hard way that most people prefer women who are less capable, less sure, less challenging, less of everything. Quieter, smaller, reliant, frightened, diminished, lighter hair, lighter eyes, lighter skin, lighter body. A pale, blank slate, ready to be painted on. Easy to impress, ready to compliment, ready to cheer, waiting to be rescued. Empty, floating delicately, going, gone. I don't want this to surprise you like it did me. I don't want you to take it personally like I did. I want you to be the best you can possibly be. I want you to be toweringly wonderful, deeply, richly multicolored, imposing, intimidating in your splendor. I wish you to fill up your potential to seam-busting dimensions, and I wish for you a few rare gems who will love you best when you are more.
Wow.
This is called 5,000 Pieces and Counting. You are a 5,000-piece puzzle, serene ocean photo on the box, rattling mass of maddening pieces inside. Imagining afternoons of idle pleasure, fitting parts together, I bring you home and dump you out, raw on my kitchen table. No more tidy until this is through. I start looking for edge pieces, boundaries to define the possible impact. But it doesn't keep you from sprawling all over my apartment, scattering your fragments amongst the couch cushions. Years later, with many jagged, partial images constructed, I am no closer to finishing. The edges still don't touch. I'm still finding bright red pieces mixed improbably in the drawer with my white socks, when the picture on the box was nothing but cool, shifting blue. I feel quite affected by all of the things in the news about people who speak Spanish and some of the difficulties that people are experiencing. I love Spanish. It makes me really happy to speak Spanish. And I don't know if you know that if you travel around in Latin America, if you say, I'm American, that some people don't like that if you basically mean that to imply you're just from the United States, because the whole thing is the Americas. So this poem is about that. It's called Soy Dominicana, which means I'm American. ¿De dónde eres? I'm an American. American made, born and raised, right from the heartland, American pride. And I'm inspired by all those American heroes that went before me, people who lived and are living with bravery and passion and resilience. Americans like Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz, a self-taught poet who begged to disguise herself as a man so she could go to university. And Francisca Chica da Silva de Oliveira, who was born a slave but died one of the most wealthy and powerful women in Brazil. Americans like author and activist Helen Adams Keller, the first deaf-blind person to earn a bachelor's degree, and Amelia Mary Earhart, a faculty member of the Purdue University Aviation Department who disappeared over the Pacific Ocean in a Lockheed Model 10 Electra airplane. Americans like Rear Admiral Grace Murray Hopper, who developed the first compiler for a computer programming language, and Josephine Baker, who did not allow the narrow-minded and prejudiced to define her gifts. Americans like Magdalena Carmen Freda Calo de Calderon de Rivera, who painted herself because she was so often alone and knew that subject the best. And La Reina de la Salsa del Mundo Entera, Cecilia Cruz. Americans like Michelle Bachelet, who returned to Chile to live out reconciliation after injustice and atrocities, and didn't shrink from a heavy mantle of power and responsibility. Americans like Yoani Sanchez, who blogs her truth from Cuba when she could have just left the whole damn thing behind. Entonces, ¿de dónde soy yo? You may not like it when I say soy mexicana in a broken accent, like it's okay for me to claim the whole darn thing from my little corner of the world. Entiendo esto muy bien y lo siento en verdad. You may roll your eyes and think how much that says about what I don't know about the world. And then again, you might find that there are a few things that you don't know about the world and a few things that you don't know about me. I have two more that I will read. I have the next one. It's a short one. It's called A Complex Acquired Taste. Tell me the contents of your internal dialogue, especially when you think I will hate it. Don't tell me that you don't know when you know perfectly well. And don't tell me that it's complicated when it's really quite simple. There is beauty in the truth. It is a complex acquired taste. Bitter, with a surprisingly sweet aftertaste. Even when I hate what I hear, I always love the truth more than any alternative. Hard truths unsaid just do more damage later. So my friend, less filter, more words, more truth, I say. And the last one I will read is called Till Death Do Us Part. The leaves were luminously yellow. We were drawn to stop at a parking lot pull-off, at a ribbon of a cemetery by the side of that Adirondack road. We stood gazing past the brick fence in the front, past the few crooked tombstone rows, past the wrought iron fence in the back, through to the golden field and the trees beyond. Luminously yellow all around, the cemetery so contained. You leaning against the hood of the car, me leaning back into you. You reaching under my sweater, your hands spreading warm over my chest, palms to skin. Life at the boundary. Body heat against crisp fall air. Possibility against finality. Living flesh against buried bones. Us together, bearing witness to the beauty of the edge between.